Hello ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise. I'm Lamar Haven. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. So, I'm gonna sound oddly competent today. Only sound, I probably won't play that way, because you see, this is probably my third attempt at recording this. First time was because of issues with, troubleshooting some things with the new video card. The second was because I hit the preview stream, the preview button instead of the record button. I did an entire video too. Anyway, first thing order of business. There's a piece of art here, and a really easy puzzle. So we have the piece of art. So everything else that we want to do, except for one thing, is on Death Mountain. The first thing we're going to do, though, however, is we're going to head to Link's house and then promptly ignore Link's house. Because you see, we have something... Actually, there's two things we're going to do. Sorry. What was that about sounding competent, Haven? I know you mentioned something. I could have sworn you mentioned something about sounding competent today. So, I'm going to sound oddly competent today. And this is the point where I'm going to splice in me actually saying that earlier, just to drive the point home that I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. Fun, isn't it? Hey, quit it. I find your visages insulting. Anyway, we're gonna head to the bomb shop, which is Link's house in the Dark World. Not sure what that's supposed to mean, if that's symbolic for something. Link, the all-encompassing destroyer of everything and everyone, or something. Anyway, we now have the big bomb, or the red bomb, or however you want to put it. So, while towing this, we cannot dash, because as you might have noticed from the dialogue I skipped, because I'm an idiot and didn't read it properly for you folks, if you press A, you drop the bomb, which means you can't dash. 2, if you jump off a cliff, you drop the bomb, and it starts to explode. Interestingly, while this bomb has a humongous blast radius and is extremely powerful, it doesn't hurt you. Which is odd to me, but why not? Maybe they just felt that the blast radius was a little too big. Folks wouldn't know what to expect. Me, on the other hand, I'd say let it kill them in one hit. That would have been hilarious. It's possible I play too much Dark Souls. Anyway. Countdown! 3, 2, 1! Explosion! Mysterious pond, won't you throw something in? We will throw an item. First thing we'll throw are bow and arrow. Hello there, did you drop this? You're an honest person, I like you. I will give you something important. These are silver arrows. To give Ganon his last moment, you definitely need them. I know I don't quite have the figure of a fairy. Ganon's cruel powers to blame. You must defeat Ganon. And we got the silver arrows you need to defeat Ganon. These are required to beat the game. So I hope you like exploring and figuring stuff out on your own. Anyway, we can still throw in one other item. Our tempered sword. By throwing in our tempered sword, and of course being honest about it, she gives us the golden sword. Your sword is stronger. You can feel its power throbbing in your hand. Lewd. Anyway, we now have something we need to do in the dark world of the village. But the easiest way to get to there is by going to the light world and flying there. Oopsies, I'm in a wall. Well then. Let's try that again, shall we? I'm not in a wall anymore. I am now surrounded by people who want to murder me. Go away! Haha! That was like a Robin Hood style exit right there. Okie doke. So we are going to go up here so we can go to the dark world. Out of my way, enormous rock! I have no need for you. And here we are in the dark world. Ta-da! Wait, we've seen this a million times already. It's not that interesting anymore. Oopsie! Anyway, we want to head to the blacksmith shop in the Dark World. Because as you might notice, there will be an interesting little reward for us waiting there, because we got the blacksmiths back together. Because the key is locked inside the chest, you can never open it. Just take it with you. Just like the bomb, running or jumping off cliffs leaves the box behind. So don't do it. We also can travel to the light world with this box in tow, and it goes with us. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Hey, quit it. And now that we're here, and I love this sword because it one-shots just about everything. We need to go to see that man that we talked about in a cave a long, long time ago, and I made a point of pointing out. Yes, everything just dies. It's wonderful, isn't it? Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay. I don't care about you or your rupees. Haha! I juked your one attack. I heard that you know I used to be a thief, right? Well, I'll open that chest for you. Will you keep it a secret from everyone else? Would you please promise? I promise not to tell. And with that, we get the final magic bottle! You can store an item inside and use it later. I kind of feel really bad that I lost that recording, because there was a lot of unintentional comedy that happened that we're not going to see now, because I'm not going to repeat it just for the sake of repeating a joke, one. And two, it was just hilarious watching me flail about madly, acting like I knew what was going on. Though I suppose you'll get it in a different way this time. I mean, obviously, I know nothing about what I'm doing. And here we are, portal. Like, that portal there, I forgot it existed for like 2 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of pathetic. Anyway, you might notice this. Yep, I think I pointed out this room once before. It's a room full of spikes. However, because we have the magic cape, poof, we can actually get across it. It is highly dangerous, so keep an eye on your shadow and move as efficiently as possible. And yes, you can lift this at the end. Haha! Unfortunately, I noticed we're very low on magic. And what we find is the Cave of Birna is, if you swing it once, a ring of light will protect you. So pretty much exactly like the cape, only better because, you know, you get to still do stuff and not just be invisible. However, we didn't have enough magic for it to last long enough to get us out of here, so the rest of it we have to tank. Thankfully, we have the health to do so. So, onward. We're going to need the shot, and that chuckle was about something that happened in the previous recording, which I'm not going to mention because that's unfair to you guys. Oh, right. No, first we need a mirror. Because we can't do anything here from the Dark World. We have to actually go to the Light World and explore this area. Huzzah! Huzzah! Alright, so we're not going to actually go into that cave, because we will get to that cave through another path. We're going to first go into this cave. And murder jellyfish. And worm thingies. I don't know what their name is. Leave me alone. Anyway, now we can go over here, fall down this hole, which leads us over to here, and fairy. Oops. Fairy! Keep in bottle. This room does respawn fairies, but you're about to see in a little while why that doesn't matter very much. I mean, you can farm fairies there if you want. Have fun. Poof! See, now we're down here. Okay, if I go here, it brings me to this room, which is a very interesting room. Fortunately, you can't really do anything with it. However, bomb this area, and you find a shopkeeper! Yeah! Oopsies. Yeah, I wanted to double check to make sure there wasn't a way to go, you know, through his room to another. But yeah, if you want to buy anything from the shopkeeper, there's your shopkeeper. In the middle of Death Mountain. Through a wall that you have to bomb. Yep-a-doodle. Alright, on our way down here, and we find fairies. So I'm gonna grab at least one more. And we now have full fairy bottles. Yay us! Technically, it's way more efficient to just, you know, buy the potion. But in case you didn't notice from that shopkeeper, 1, potion expensive. 2, you kind of have to use it, and I'm in a situation often where I die unexpectedly. Mostly because I'm an idiot. But now, here we are, in the Dark World version of everything. Where everything is awful. Forever. And I just realized I skipped that cave. Oh well, something we'll worry about later. Or just not worry about it at all because it's useless. Anyway, if you check the right cave, you'll also notice another shopkeeper with pretty much the exact same inventory. So we don't care. But yeah. So now it's time to actually make our way up. You can go in that path to the right in between all the nooks and crannies of the cave, but it blocks off. Literally. See? Blocks. Yeah. Sorry, that wasn't actually meant to be a joke. It just sort of happened. And I apologize for that. Profusely. I'm sorry. Anyway, moving on. I kill you! Oh, if that sounded like I was quoting the racist puppet dude, that's not at all what I meant to do. Sorry. Bombs! It's almost as if they're telling us something. This is sort of like a mini dungeon in a way. Not... except it's completely uncomplicated and undifficult and... Undifficult. Really, Haven. Undifficult. I'm gonna go in the corner and think about what you've done. Okay. God, that idiot. Anyway, now that he's gone, let's have some actual fun. There we go. So, the goal here is obviously to get every single chest. Yeah. Go away, you. You're ruining my shot. Actually, you probably aren't, now that I think about it. Alright, now if we go back in the most efficient way possible, like that, we can show up here, and get that final chest. Now, might notice, kinda can't get over there. Except you can. Yep. Totally walk on this area. And, as an added bonus, an actual use for the cane. So you can push the block and use it to detect where you're able to stand and where you're not able to stand. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Boom! Headshot. No, wait, that's something else entirely. Bomb, bomb, bomb. To the north there's a fairy. A great fairy, actually, that heals you. We don't need that fairy. Because if we go here, bomb this, we can find tiny fairies, which can heal us just as well. Alright, before you hop off, go to the light world, and you will find a piece of heart. Wonderful. And then go straight back to the dark world, because now we have one more area to explore. Yes. Giant tortoise. Unfortunately, I just realized we can't do anything about that. We have to do it in light world. So, now that we're here, you might notice we can't do anything up here except hit these 3 wooden pegs. But that chime should give you a warning that you're doing something right, hit them in the right order, which is counterclockwise starting from the bottom right, and we get to here, where we get to use Quake! And there it is. Within this dungeon resides Zelda, the final maiden, and our quest to defeat Ganon is almost over. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you folks